We do have some fan questions that were sent in, so I'm going to ask a few of these.
You didn't know I was holding on to that the whole time, did you?
I was not expecting that. I was like, where's he going?
It'd be so epic, though. As an artist, you gotta see your life in them. You have to be able to at least put a finger on, what you're singing about.
All right, there we go. Hello, everyone. How you guys doing? Welcome. As I said before, this is the first iHeart Live at the Horseshoe, and I'm so honored to get to be hosting this tonight. Such a special event and such an iconic venue, and no better person to kick it off than one of my favorite artists, one of my favorite voices. Please welcome to the stage, Jackson Dean.
Howdy.
How's
How
it going?
Doing?
Long time no see. We've spent quite a bit of time together today. So you have been coming to Canada for quite a while now. I remember talking to you the first time you ever made your trip here. What is it that is so special to you about coming across the border and getting to spend time with fans here in Canada?
The first time I came here was the first time I've been on foreign soil for more than 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
I remember that was a big deal for me. And every time since, y'all have just gotten crazier and crazier, which I love you for it. But yeah, y'all are wonderful.
Well, thank you. We like to think so too. But I've seen your shows, and your fans here in Canada show up for you. I remember seeing you at Boots and Hearts, and just the crowd. It was wild. Yeah, if you were there, it was wild. What are you most excited about this next era of music with the album? I don't know if you guys know this, but his new album's coming out next week, Magnolia Sage. So this era of music, getting to play it live, of course, tonight you guys are going to get to hear some songs off of it. What do you think fans can expect from this record?
The last two were pretty intense and a lot to chew as a body of work, but these songs require restraint and control and finesse. The other ones did too, but that was in a more full tilt way. This is a little bit laid back and still got a lot of energy, but no, I just hope it pushes them to fall deeper into love,
Yeah, and I know you said this album kind of themed around the place that you're at in your life. Is there a specific song? It's kind of like, as a parent, you're not allowed to choose a favorite child. You're not allowed to choose a favorite song on a record either. But is there one that kind of sticks out to you as you kind of keep going back to that one as maybe a little extra special?
Extra special. There's a song on here that kind of encapsulates the whole record as, in one go, which is Something Easy, which we haven't really played for anybody yet, so nobody really knows about it, and been keeping it close to the vest, but it really says what the record's trying to say in one song. It's also written before all the rest of these songs. I didn't even think about it for the first batch of this record, and we were like, oh my God, it's still in the vault. We should totally do that, and it fit right in. It just didn't on the last one, so yeah, Something Easy.
Have you guys heard Hey Mississippi? If you haven't heard it, the first time you hear it, you're going to be singing it for the rest of your life. So when you wrote that song, did you leave the writing room just constantly singing Hey Mississippi, Hey?
It was an earworm from the get. We wrote that in the back of the bus, and it was one of my titles. When I met my woman, she had just moved from Nashville from Ole Miss, and when we met, I would say, Hey Mississippi, just as a greeting or whatever, and I threw it out in the room at the back of the bus, and I went, Hey Mississippi, and then Luke went, Hey Mississippi, hey, and then we were off to the races from there, and yeah, it's a little earworm.
It is so earwormy. I'm singing it right now as we're talking to each other.
In your head?
Yeah. What was it intentional about, because you've done a lot of really cool collabs. No collabs on this one?
No collabs on this one. I think it was a little too personal, this project, When you open up the record, it's going to say, this is a record for the muses and the ones that you love. And I always thought that, music should be in a place to which you can put yourselves in that song and see your own life in it. And, when I do that, I see my woman and my place and in those songs, And yeah, this is for the muses.
So Magnolia Sage is the name of the record. What really inspired that to be the title? Because I feel like when you write a collection of songs that, like you said, are so personal and mean a lot to you, to find the title for that, to kind of all-encompassing for it, it's got to be an important one.
Yeah, I had to get the songs together first, which was a feat of its own, and threading the needle through all of that concept was, in finding even the first hole to ride the needle through, was fun. But I mean, they're all love songs. They're all pointing at the same thing, and as an artist, you gotta see your life in them. You know, you have to be able to at least put a finger on, what you're singing about. And but yeah, it came from Mississippi, Sweet Like That, Magnolia Bloom, and then it was gonna be Magnolia Bloom, and then I was like, range just slipped in the back of here, and it's real vivid and descriptive, and wanted something that went from either end, all encapsulating. So Magnolia, Little Sage come together to make something that exists that didn't before.
So good. Do you have a place, because I feel like every artist is different, when you finish the record, do you have like a sacred place where you go and listen to it from start to finish to finally hear what it sounds like?
My manager's got a good place. We've done several times in the past at his place, but the front seat of my truck is a good place as any.
Yeah, it's a good spot. Who else listens to all their music in the front seat of their truck? Yeah. It's the best place to do it. Are you like keep it close to your chest, or do you have, like a close group of people that get to hear, or is it just you?
I usually wait till they progress a little while. If I got a sick demo, I'll shoot it out to like my dad, or I got two buddies back home from home that I still talk to, and but other than that, I keep them pretty close.
Yeah, Dad gets to listen to it, for sure.
Yeah, my dad, my mom, that kind of thing.
Definitely. We do have some fan questions that were sent in, so I'm going to ask a few of these. This one is from Joshua. He said, obviously you're used to being on the road as a country artist, but to be around so many amazing individuals in your time and touring with legends like Toby Keith and Miranda Lambert, Lainey Wilson in the past, what's the biggest lesson you've learned from watching such big stars perform?
So much gets taught through observation. Like watching Lainey go up and do what she does with the kids, and that's like icon stuff. And like watching Blake Shelton walk down a 40-yard thrust with wedges every 20 foot, rocking no ears.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, it's all him, and he's just, to watch him work a mic is just like mind blowing, and I just want to kill the thing, But like it's so many little things. You're like, oh, if I can just get to that, that's, you just take it and put it in there.
Yeah. I remember seeing you in the back of the pickup truck on stage with Lainey. Do you think one day you're gonna do the whole pickup truck on stage?
Maybe. I kind of want Goblets of Fire, but I mean.
I don't know what's the safer option, the spinning pickup truck or the goblet. I'm going to go with the pickup truck, probably.
That truck was awesome.
Yeah,
though.
your team was like, no Goblets of Fire.
One day.
One day, yeah. Randy says, what was a bigger bump that you noticed in your career, the anthem at the football game or the Yellowstone episode, airing your song?
Oh. I mean, they were both pretty, I don't know. That was a big step in the beginning for me and what I was doing at the time back home, but I mean, Yellowstone, people from all over the world have been like, we found you on Yellowstone, you're awesome, all that stuff. And I guess I'm going to have to go with Yellowstone.
Yellowstone?
This,
okay.
Like,
did any of you guys remember watching Yellowstone episodes and hearing the song? Yeah.
I mean, it's Kevin Costner and Cole Hauser cutting cattle.
Yeah.
And it's just,
yeah, that's pretty
it's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah. I bet when you first started playing your guitar, you didn't think one of your songs would be playing behind that scene.
No, I did not. No, I really did not.
No. Anna said, how did you figure out you could sing, and who noticed first?
My parents definitely did. I could carry a tune in the truck. I'm the youngest of six, the youngest of four, so there's six of us.
Okay.
A lot of family road trips. My family had good palate of music and good taste, and good stuff is good stuff. So.
Is anyone else in your family talented at
My
singing?
sister's got a big powerhouse voice.
Okay.
She sang in the choir and stuff, and my brother can play hippie chords.
Okay. Have any of them sang on any records? No?
No, they've gotten up on stage with me a couple times back in the day. in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, but no.
The stages are bigger now, so they have a little more bravery to get up there. Tom says, what is it like for a new artist to get their music on a show like Yellowstone? And are there trust issues with lending your song to a director whose vision of the song might be different than yours?
Totally, 100%. So like I was talking about earlier, there's a level of open for interpretation that is with all of music, and when it's not the vision, it's not the vision, you know. But even to be, you know, when you give your song to people like the music minds of Yellowstone and all that, you just hope that they do a great job with it, and they don't really tell you a whole bunch. They're just like, it'll just kind of be there.
Yeah, you don't know much. You're just like, okay.
But yeah, and then you just wait for it to come out. But you just hope that they do a good job, which a lot of people have been very good to me. So.
Do you have a favorite actor that you're like, one day I'd love my song to be playing in a scene with this person? I mean, Kevin Costner is kind of probably up there.
Daniel Day. I know you're retired, but then he just came out and did that other movie.
So it could happen.
Yeah, could happen.
You never know.
Could happen. Yeah.
Haley says, "What is your favorite song that you've written, and why?"
That's so hard.
It's like the favorite child thing. You can't do it.
One that has struck me, and you know, had the possibility all along, but has just really surprised us with how fun it actually is Train. We completely did away with the record version and rebuilt it and did this whole grass/highland thing, and it's wild. It's the fastest thing you hear all night, and it's so energetic and fun and epic, and you're just like, hell yeah, take me to the sunset, baby, you know. But yeah.
Okay, cool. So the record, as I said, it's coming out April 24th. Do you have a song that maybe you're most excited that you're going to be playing tonight that you can't wait for these fans to get to hear?
There's a song, and we call it Moon. It's called Tennessee Moon. And it could have been written in like the 30s or 40s or something. It's a standard. It's a little walk. But on record, that will rattle the change in your truck door. Pretty good.
So we were talking about this earlier, but first time I met Jackson, we were on the CMA red carpet in Nashville in 2022. So I've been chatting with you every year now, and we've always talked about Christ Stapleton because I know he's one of your idols. Have the paths crossed yet? And if they haven't, what would you say to him?
They have not yet.
Okay.
I've been in proximity, but
like
not
how close are we
paths.
talking?
Like 20 yards, maybe.
That's close enough.
20 yards in closing. No.
That feels really close when it's Christ Stapleton. You're like,
yeah,
deep breath.
totally. I mean, I'd probably just say thank you for Where Rainbows Never Die and being a big part of teaching me how to sing. I mean, it was him with the Steel Drivers and all the Johnson Brothers stuff, and then he did Traveler, and huge part. Yeah,
for sure. Is there an artist, if you could pick a song off this record that you were like, okay, this one could be a collab, dream artist, let's just go crazy with it, who would you pick if you could have anyone? And what song would it be?
Can I say Celine Dion?
Celine Dion.
You didn't know I was holding on to that the whole time, did you?
You could. I was not expecting that. I was like, "Where's he going?"
It'd be so epic, though.
You could absolutely. Celine is coming back, guys. Isn't she
Celine
doing?
Dion.
She is. You even got the little accent going. Okay. I mean, hey, you never know.
Yeah,
Crazier
never
things
know.
in the world could happen. So Celine Dion, what song on the record would you have her on? Okay, we're manifesting, guys.
Imagine, wildfire is like a spell coming off of your tongue. Just like imagine Celine Dion doing the high harmony in Wildfire. It's pretty crazy.
Don't forget about all of us if you end up getting to work with Celine Dion and let us know.
I'll put in a word.
Yeah, put in the word for us.
Put in a word.
So coming to Canada, as I said, you've been coming here before. What is your favorite thing that you've experienced when you've been in Canada? I saw on your Instagram story you were having some Tim Hortons donuts the other day, but what do you like to do when you come to Canada?
Timmy H is great.
Yeah.
It's, you get a cruller and a cappuccino and you're on your way.
Yeah, can't go wrong with a
Can't
cruller.
go wrong with
no.
that. You're done in 2 bites. But Louise, Lake Louise was awesome.
Lake Louise,
It
yeah.
we did that this past trip when we came up here with Brad. And it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Oh, yeah, you were
I
with
love coming to the Great White North.
Megan Patrick and Brad Paisley. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. All right, well, we're going to bring Jackson Dean out in a few minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for chatting with us.
Absolutely.
I think he made us more excited to hear songs off the record. Yeah, for sure. Especially to hear Celine Dion on one of those songs. All right, well, thank you guys so much. We will be back in just a few minutes with Jackson Dean, iHeart Live at the Horseshoe.